Be honest, are you over the tiny yards with no privacy and then knowing exactly what your neighbor cooked for dinner last night? Because a lot of people moving to Kamloops tell me the same thing. They want space, privacy, maybe room for a horse or a big garden, or just a quieter lifestyle without being way out in the middle of nowhere. Hey, it's Kevin Scharfenberg here with eXp Realty, and I service Kamloops and the entire TNRD. One of the most common questions that I get is, hey Kevin, if I want a rural lifestyle around Kamloops, where should I actually be looking? Where can I have a horse? Where can I have a hobby farm? And which areas still keep me close enough to town? So let's walk through it properly so you can figure out what fits your lifestyle. If you want to stay inside Kamloops city limits, but still have that rural feel, Barnhartvale is usually the first place that I would recommend. When you drive out there, it feels like you're left the city completely, but you're still only about 18 minutes from downtown. You're gonna find half-acre lots, small acreages, hobby farms with barns and riding trails, and a lot of the area is on city water, which is a huge perk compared to most rural properties. So it's perfect for people who want country living without giving up access to schools and amenities. Now, if you want a bit more land and you don't mind being just outside the city limits, there are a few areas that really open up your options. Heffley and Heffley Lake area, they're great examples. This is where you start to see 5-acre, 10-acre, up to 20-acre properties, lots of horse setups, lots of grazing land, and miles of trails. Plus, if you love skiing or biking or anything outdoors, you're right on the road to Sun Peaks. Just keep in mind, you're gonna get more snow and you'll need to be comfortable managing wells and septic systems. Pinantan Lake is another really popular spot for people who want that rural lifestyle, but also love being near water. It's a small, tight-knit community of around 500 people, about 25 minutes from Kamloops. So you get a mix of forested acreages, lake properties, and small hobby farms. It's quiet, peaceful, and perfect if you want lake access with a lot of space around you. Now, if you're looking for true country living, wide open land, big acreages, horses, cattle, hobby farms, Pritchard's one of the best places to look. It's about 30 minutes east of Kamloops, and you'll find everything from 5-acre parcels to massive ranch-style properties. It has that classic rural lifestyle that a lot of people moving out here are dreaming about. So it's beautiful, it's affordable compared to the city, and there's a real country community feel. There's also small rural pockets closer to town like Monte Creek, Campbell Creek, and some parts of Dallas on the outskirts. These give you a bit of acreage, but still keep you 10 to 15 minutes from Costco and then getting groceries. So these are great for people who want space, but still want to stay connected to everything in Kamloops. Now, something people don't always realize is that rural living comes with a few things that you really want to understand before buying. You know, water is a big one. Some areas are on city water, which is great, but most rural properties are on wells or small community water systems. So you want to know the flow rate, the quality, how the system is maintained. And then same thing with the septic. Every rural property will have one, or most of them. And it's important to know the age, the type, and whether it was installed properly for the size of the home that's actually there. A lot of rural areas around Kamloops are also part of the ALR, which is great if you want to have animals, gardens, or farming, but it does limit certain building options that you have and how you can use the land. Fire protection zones are another thing. Insurance can be very different depending on how close you are to a fire hall, you know, because you don't have any fire hydrants, etc. So of course, depending on where you go, there's also cell service and internet speeds that can be very different than living in the city. Thank goodness for Starlink. But here's the trade-off. When you live on an acreage around Kamloops, you wake up to birds, not traffic. You get room for your projects, have a large garden for your animals, bonfires in the fall, and then views that honestly make you slow down for a minute. You get neighbors that you know, but you're not gonna see them walking past your window, and then seeing hawks or deer or even the odd moose is just gonna be a normal part of your day. So if you're thinking about moving to Kamloops and you want the balance of privacy, space, without being hours of town, there are a lot of great options. You just need to match the lifestyle that you want with the neighborhood that actually fits it. So if you want help figuring out which rural areas suit your lifestyle best, and you want me to compare a couple communities for you, reach out anytime. This is what I love to help people with every single day. Before you go, drop a comment for me. What's one thing that you most want from rural living around Kamloops? Horses, privacy, lake access, or a big garden, or spot for your huge shop? And then tell me which area you want me to deep dive next. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.